Stand close. Stand close. Stand close. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. It feels very appropriate that we are here on Valentine's Day. And I'm just so proud of this team and the excellent litigation work by the lawyers and staff and paralegals who demonstrated once again that this President of the United States is not above the law. I am also so thankful to all of the parents, all of the kids, and all of the providers who helped us get here today. In this case, we had over 100 declarants submit their personal stories about the impact of this illegal and unconstitutional and hateful order. And their bravery allowed for justice to be done today. Their willingness to talk about the impact of this illegal action on their kids, on themselves, and on their practice of medicine allowed justice to be done today. And so I'm so thankful for all the people who came here today, all the people who allowed us to tell their stories, because this is why we do the work on behalf of the people of the state of Washington. And so I want to encourage all of the providers in this state, in the state of Oregon and the state of Minnesota, who also join this effort, to get back to work, to continue to provide the medically necessary care for their children. I just want to say that again, the medically necessary care for the children. And I really don't want to lose sight that we've got a lot of hard work ahead. What we received today is but step one of ensuring that people have the health care that they are entitled to. But as we saw from the Department of Justice and as we've seen from this president time and time again, they will continue to oppose what we are fighting for today. And so thank you for showing up today. Thank you for being part of this work today. But we've got a lot of hard work ahead of us to ensure that we get justice permanently on this issue. And we will continue to fight for our youth in this state. We will continue to fight for the parents in this state. And I will ask you to continue to stand with us in this engagement. But I am so damn proud of all of you. I'll take any questions. Well, the case today is different in some important ways. So we had a great victory in Maryland yesterday, where the court there issued an injunction as well, a temporary restraining order, But in that case, the judge only paused the president's actions with respect to Section 4 of the executive order, which dealt with the funding that was at risk here. But we got an important message here from this judge today about the threats that were being made by the President of the United States to criminalize health care. And that's really what the executive order did. It attempted to criminalize those doctors who were providing health care, the patients who are providing health care for their children. And so this effort is different in important ways. We're obviously all fighting the same battle to ensure that we're providing health care for those that need it. What's next is what the court said today. She scheduled a hearing in a couple weeks, which will be on our motion for preliminary injunction. But based on the work that we've done so far, we feel confident moving ahead. Go ahead.
What did you make of the argument made by the DOJ today?
It was a little bit embarrassing. Anything else? Well, listen, I have a great deal of sympathy for healthcare providers that were put into this position. We have not only Seattle Children's, but the University of Washington and many others. We have some of the nation's leading healthcare providers on this issue. And this is why I felt it was so important to bring a case in Washington, because of our leading effort on this issue, on our healthcare and our legal fight around rights for LGBTQI community. But what I would encourage the healthcare providers, Seattle Children's and others, is that now they have assurance in the state of Washington that they continue to provide health care, and I would hope that they would start that immediately. Okay. That's right. Listen, I grew up in the Department of Justice. I spent 6 years in this building as a line prosecutor. I spent 2 years almost as the U.S. attorney. I have so much love and admiration for the Department of Justice. And I want to remind people that the Department of Justice was created to defend civil rights. That it was its very purpose in the passage of the 13th, 14th Amendments and 15th Amendments of the United States Constitution. The Department of Justice was created to defend the rights of newly enslaved, free Black Americans. And what we're seeing from this president is a specific undermining of the DOJ's purpose, a specific directive to no longer do civil rights. And it is upsetting to me personally and professionally to see what is happening at the nation's Department of Justice. I know the men and women that work in this building. I know their commitment to justice. But to see their direction that they are getting from the Attorney General of the United States and from the President of the United States is very disappointing. Thank you very much.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Just 1 second.
Okay. Do you want to take a selfie?
No,
Or do you want me to take it? Yeah.